going on YouTube? It's your boy DT and I am back with another video. This video is going to be a Q&A. I asked you guys to ask a couple questions on my Instagram, Facebook, and underneath my last YouTube video, and you guys did that, so thank you very much. I have questions that I'll be answering today. First time doing this, so it should be fun. I'll be reading from one of my phones here, and I'll try to pop those questions up right here if I can do that. We'll see. Some of the names will be blurred out just because I know that certain people want their privacy. So some of these will be blurred out and others you might be able to see. So let's go ahead and get started. Yeah. So the first question here is from Jamonica, and that question is, what is your dream car? I don't really have a dream car. Right now I have a 2020 Chevy Equinox and I absolutely love that car. So it's the first car that I bought brand new. So right now I'm just really enjoying that. I'm not really a showy kind of person, so I'm not gonna say a Bugatti or any of those things because I really don't care too much about them. So good question though, thank you. Here's another question. Would you sing professionally? Nah, I wouldn't. I love to sing, don't get me wrong, I really like to sing. But I love hearing music more than I like to sing. I personally don't even like my own voice. So I don't think that I would sing professionally. Still just a hobby. I love being in the moment and hearing it, and especially in person. There's something about music when you hear it live. So not professionally, but I might jump on the track here and there. Next question comes from D Love Beads. When will you be moving to Texas? Sorry. I'll be moving to California. I love you though. This question comes from J Rob 2009. Would you change anything about your path in life so far? Or are you happy with it as it is? That's a really good question. Of course, there's things that we feel like we would want to change in our lives, especially the paths that we go through, knowing things now versus what we knew back then. But with everything that I've learned over the times, I don't think that I would change anything. Everything that I've been through made me who I am today. And I really am proud of who I am and where I've come from. So, I mean, if anybody knows anything about where I come from and the things that we used to go through, you would understand. So I'm very happy with where I am right now. Even if I were to something tragic were to happen right now, I would be satisfied with where we are because of all that we've accomplished. So I would keep it the same. Great question. Thank you. This question here comes from Anthony J. He actually has two questions. How long have you been on your lot journey? And what color are you doing next? My lot journey, let me see. It was April of, was it 2018? I love my hair. It looks really good. Let me see. And this is, of course, it's in a twist, so it's a little bit longer than that, but I'm very happy with my hair. My color, I don't really know. I kind of wanted to experiment with different colors and stuff like that, but being that I was in the hospitality industry, of course, that was frowned upon. So I never really got the chance to explore different looks. I almost didn't even do the blonde because I mean they're so strict. The area that I was working in, it was more of a high-end area, so they wanted to keep the professional look. So yeah. T_Brian85 also has two questions. One is, what's your advice for someone who wants to start a YouTube channel, and where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, to answer the first question about the YouTube channel, the advice that I would give to someone who's thinking about starting a YouTube channel would be to start it. A lot of people try to wait until they have the right camera, wait until they have the right equipment, all of those kind of things. But if you ask me, just do it. The more you procrastinate, I feel like the longer it's going to take for you to start. Then that way you'll also be able to, the people who are following you will also be able to see your growth over the time. So I think the most important thing that I can say to somebody who's wanting to start a YouTube channel is to start it and be consistent. As you know, I post every Wednesday, or I try to at least. If I don't post every Wednesday, I definitely post every week. I haven't missed a week yet. My followers are not high, but I'm slowly seeing those numbers go up. So the more that you do these things, the more that people share, like, and comment, you know, that'll build over time. So I could just stop this and be like, it's not going anywhere, but I'm going to be consistent. I said I was going to do this, so I'm definitely going to do it. So start, be consistent. Do I see myself doing YouTube in 5 years? I don't know. It really depends. Like, it depends on how things are going. Now, I will say, if in a year or two, I only have the same amount of followers that I have now, subscribers that I have now, obviously things are not going too well. But if things are still progressing slowly, I can work with that. But my main thing is focusing on the photography. So where I plan to be in 5 years, as far as my photography goes, hopefully I'm able to only live off the income of my photography business. That's my plan for 5 years. Not worried about income from YouTube, not worried about income from selling my merchandise or anything like that. Only living expenses off of my photography business. Great question. Thank you. I have a question here from Denims_mom. What made you really push doing photography again? I think the thing that pushed me to really do photography, actually, I want to say thanks to COVID. I know COVID has been destroying everything, like literally everything. 2020 has been a disaster of a year, but one thing that I will say that it allowed me to do was sit down and focus on the things that I really want to do for myself. If COVID hadn't happened, I really do believe that I would have still been doing my hotel job, still doing my hotel job, going full-fledged with that, because it takes up so much of your time. So being that it takes up so much time, you know, you don't really think about, oh, let me try to do this, or I should try to do that. So yeah, it really gave me a chance to sit down and figure out what I wanted in life and go for it. So yeah, that's what made me push forward. Thank you for that question. I appreciate you. This next question says WTMD. WTMD. What does that mean? WTMD. Let's figure out. Let's find out what this means. let's see. WTMD. Ew. Word to my dad? Dead? Word to my dead. It's a New York slang. I have no clue what that means. The second one says, what that? Next question. Okay. I got another question here from Jazz_Alyssa. What's one thing you wish someone would have told you when you were 22? I wish somebody would have told me at 22 how important credit was. That's something that I've been stressing to my younger brothers and sisters and anybody else I come in contact with, because it's something that we really should be aware of. Learning how money works and how credit works is a very important thing. It's not taught in schools, which it should be. It should definitely be a course. But it's not. So it's something that we have to make sure that we are passing on to the next generation. Yeah. So thanks for that question, Jess. All right, so I have another question here. The question is, what are your feelings on police brutality? I think it's a very sad thing. I think that we definitely have work to do. The thing that I need everyone to understand is that we have work to do on all sides. Yes, we have to make sure that we figure out something to put in place for the police system to help decrease the amount of Black lives that are being taken. But we also have to make sure that we're doing the work in our communities to make sure that we protect our Black kings and queens. We have to do that. That's work that we must do within our own communities. Without that, the work on the other side kind of falls mute. It's a tragic thing, and I'm hoping that things change. I'm all for the protests, and just keep that going. Hopefully things change soon. Yeah, that's about all I have. All right, last question. We're done after this question. I got one last question. The question is, if you could change, nope, just read that all wrong. If you could do one thing over again, what would it be? The one thing that I think I would want to redo is, to be honest, is being real with myself. I'll say it like that. There are just things that I wasn't real with myself about, which caused things to kind of go left in life, period. So those are things that that's one thing that I wished I could have done differently. Just be a little more, I think, to myself. Not worried about anything anybody else has to say or things like that. Just truly diving into myself and living that truth. So yeah, that's all I got, y'all. Thanks for all the questions. This was great. This is my first time doing something like this, so I hope you guys like this video. Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll do it again. Let me know if I should, or maybe I shouldn't do this again, ever. Yeah, no, but let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.